Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Wooldridge's Weekly Read Aloud, Week 64. This week we're going to read a book called Fred and Mary by Kobie Wilkerson. Thumbs up for the title page. This is a funny story about a couple, Mary and Fred. But the message is important, so listen carefully to what is said. Once upon a time, there was a guy named Fred, and Fred had hair on his head, and it was red. Now, Fred loved the hair on his head, and not simply because it was red. It was short and curly and of good health, but Fred, outside the hair on his head, wasn't concerned about too much else. All Fred knew about was his hair. Other aspects of hygiene, I don't think he too much cared. His teeth were black, and his breath, it smelled. And we won't discuss his skin and his nails. But despite all of this, Fred was happy anyway. He went about his business not caring what people had to say. They talked about his clothes and his beat-up shoes, but none of these things gave Fred the blues. Whatever they'd say, he would always reply, "Can't talk about my hair," and wink his eye. Then he'd continue on his merry way, still not caring what people had to say. One day, while walking, Fred met this girl named Mary. She was quite cute, but a tad bit hairy. She had hairy arms and hairy legs, and boy did she ever have hair on her head. She walked up to Fred, and to Fred she said, "I really like the hair on your head." Fred was so shocked that she had recognized that big fat tears almost came to his eyes, but being strong, he held them back, and as he reached up his hair to pat, he said, "Why, ma'am, you truly are so kind. You have such nice hair, yet you compliment mine." She said, "Oh, it's nothing. Your hair is truly nice. Trust me, I know lots about hair. I've had lots all my life." Now, I did tell you that Mary was cute, but I didn't tell you about how big her feet were and how she smelled like puke. But Fred didn't mind any of that. She liked his hair, and that was that. Now Fred and Mary fell in love and went off and got married, and I can tell you that the sight was truly kind of scary. But married life did them both some good. It got them to a place that it should. Because of marriage, their lives improved. Mary took baths and got some new shoes. Fred got some new clothes and some new kicks, and believe it or not, he got his teeth fixed. His skin and his nails were the picture of perfect health, and Fred and Mary were happy without anyone else. They lived on happily and had a few kids, because plenty of joy and love they had to give. It just goes to show, regardless of what you look like outside, it's what you got inside that makes you survive. There are Freds and Marys all over the world. They are men and women, boys and girls. See, Fred and Mary understood this one thing more than anyone else, and that is, before you go and love someone else, you must first love yourself. The End. I enjoyed reading with you, boys and girls. I look forward to next time.